Hi, welcome to Yoga After Birth. My name is Calyn and I'll be guiding you through this postnatal yoga class. Just keep in mind that your body went through a huge transformation, and to give yourself lots of time, give yourself a break, and just take things really easy and allow yourself to bring in the feminine qualities into your life, like softness and slowing down. So we're actually going to start today's class laying on the back. So just find yourself laying on the back on your mat. And just bring your hands to your lower belly. You can bring your pointer fingers together and your thumbs together, creating a downward triangle, a downward facing triangle. And start to relax all your muscles and your bones and your joints. Just notice if you're holding on to anything anywhere and see if you can just allow it to melt down. And just take some time to bring awareness to your pelvic floor. And just notice if it's feeling tight or if you're still healing from your birth. Whether you had a C-section or a vaginal birth, we still need to take time to really rest this area and bring some awareness back into the pelvic floor, which is so important for the function of our body. So we're going to start to make our exhale a little bit longer than the inhale. So we'll start at a count of 3, inhale, and 5, exhale. 3, inhale. 5, exhale. And keep moving at your own pace. Just making this connection to our breath is helping to restore the pelvic floor. Let's take a few more rounds by yourself. And if you have time to just practice this every day, maybe when you go to bed at night or when you wake up in the morning, just taking even 6 breaths like this will do wonders for the healing of your pelvic floor as well as your mood. And you can start to release the hands down, bend into the knees and bring them in towards your chest. Give them a squeeze. Rock a little side to side. Keep your right knee in close and start to straighten the left leg up towards the sky. Bring the sole of the foot up and then bring some engagement into both of your feet. Slowly lower the left leg down all the way to the mat. And then you can start to rock the right knee side to side. So really opening it up to the right hand side all the way across the body. Just take your time to do so. And then start to look for an area that needs a little bit of attention in the hip. So it could be anywhere. You can even take a couple circles with that knee. And once you find that spot, just hold in here for 3 breaths. Still keep that engagement in both of the feet. And then slowly bring both knees into the chest, give them a squeeze, and then straighten the right leg up. Hold the knee in close. Energize the entire leg of the lifted leg, and then slowly lower that down to the mat, all the way down, and then rock side to side. You can use 2 hands on the knee, or you can open it up with 1 hand. You switch sides. Just start to explore the area of the hip joint. So even taking some circles, see where you're tight or sore or just a spot that's speaking to you. And once you find that spot, take 3 breaths here. And then slowly bring both knees in. Grab onto the bottoms of your feet, your ankles, or you can take your peace fingers and hook onto your big toes into happy baby pose, bending into the knees, soles of the feet up. Rock a little side to side. And then you can play around with extending the right leg for a moment, staying in stillness or rocking. And then bend back into that knee, straighten the left leg. Maybe straightening both. And then coming back into a regular child's pose just for a couple breaths. And bring the soles of the feet together. Hold the feet together, breathe here. And then slowly start to straighten both of the legs up again. Soles of the feet up, arms down by your sides. Start to roll into your ankles and switch to the opposite direction. And then really straighten the legs as best you can. If you do have discomfort, you can always bend into the knees, or they can be in any sort of lifted position. And just take a few breaths here, allowing circulation to be improved by taking this position. And then again, bend into the knees, bring them into the chest. Keep the right knee in, straighten the left leg, and then slowly lower it down, bring it to a hovering position. So about a couple inches off the mat. Inhale, bring your forehead up towards your knee. Full breaths here. So bringing some awareness to the core, bringing some stabilization to the body. And exhale, lower down, switching sides, bend into the left knee, straighten the right leg, and then bring it down to that hovering position. Head stays down for a moment, and then slowly bring the forehead towards the knee. And slowly lower down. Bring your hands behind your knees. Start to rock front and back until you come up into a seated position. Bring the soles of the feet together and knees wide into Baddha Konasana, and just rock a little side to side. Bring your hands to your feet and then start to flap your knees out at the sides. So butterfly flapping its wings. This pose is also called butterfly pose. Just close your eyes for a moment. And you can release that and slowly start to twist open to the right hand side. And come back to center all the way to the left hand side. And back to center, and then widen the feet out to the sides to a point where you're feeling a little bit of opening in the legs, so it could be closer together. Just do what's right for you. And you can also bend into the knees if that suits you best. Open up in the chest, close your eyes, let the shoulders draw down the back. And exhale, round the spine, bring your chin towards your chest, and just bring tented fingers out in front of you. Breathe. And then slowly lift back up. Walk the palms forward until you feel something in the inner legs or in your back, and then just plant the palms down here. If you have blocks or a pillow or something, you can bring a pillow out in front of you. You can even come down onto your forearms. Just keep the chest lifted for this variation so the spine is extended nice and long, and we're bringing our toes up towards the sky, and start to create some space between each one of your toes if possible, so they're completely aware of all the strength they have, our feet and our toes. Walk the hands closer to you, and then come over to the left-hand side, broaden the chest, shine it forward, and then walk the palms forward, coming to a place of resistance again. So if you do want to come down a little bit further, feel free to, and we're bringing the whole body down towards this side. And just notice where your left hand is, and plant it firmly down into the surface that it's into. So if it's down on the mat on your forearm, you could be on your hand, it could be closer to you or anywhere on your leg. Just really root it down and then open up towards the front of the room, reach the right arm to the sky. Take Yan Mudra here, pointer finger and thumb together, other fingers extended out. Close your eyes. And slowly lower the hand down and then walk your hands closer to you as you lift up, lift the chest, and then exhale into a neutral position. And twist over to the right hand side and then come into folding down over the leg. And just be aware that one side might feel different, and that's okay. Just taking it breath by breath. Start to root the right hand down, the right arm down. It could be on your leg, anywhere that feels best for you. And reach open with the left hand. And again, we'll take the mudra of wisdom on this side, pointer finger and thumb together, perhaps closing your eyes. Gaze can come up if that feels okay on your neck, but gaze can come forward or down towards the right leg if best. And slowly lower the hand down, walk back up to center, and then just bring your hands back behind you. Just plant them down, open the chest, and just lean back a little bit. Full breaths here. And come all the way forward. Bring your knees together. You can use helping hands if needed, and come into a tabletop position. Planting the hands directly underneath the shoulders and knees underneath the hips. Inhale, extend the right leg back behind you, and then sweep it all the way to the left-hand side. Plant it down. You can bring the ball of your foot down or your toes down to the ground, and then start to gaze back at the leg on the left-hand side. And slowly come back to center and extend the right leg up, bring it all the way to the left-hand side, bend into the knee, bring it to the outer edge of the right elbow. Inhale all the way back to the left side, exhale forward. And just one more like that. And lower the knee down, widen the knees, bring the big toes together, send the hips over the heels. Walk the palms forward, melt the chest and forehead down towards the mat into child's pose. 2 breaths here. So slowly come back up into your tabletop position. Inhale, extend the left leg back behind you, and then bring it all the way to the right-hand side, choosing to bring the ball of the foot or the tops of the toes down, and then gazing over at that foot. So creating a C shape with the body on the right-hand side. Inhale slowly, extend the leg up, and then all the way to the left-hand side, bending into the knee, bring it to the elbow. Inhale to the side. Exhale forward. One more. And then lower it down. We'll come back into child's pose. If you need any space here for your chest or anything, you can make fists or stack palms and place your forehead there. And we'll take one Brahmari breath together, honeybee breath, for the course of your exhale, making a humming sound that sounds like the M and Om. And this is really good to help relax our entire system. And just bring some awareness to your pelvic floor as you do so as well. See if you can really allow it to relax. Inhale deeply. And you can make your way up and all the way to laying on your back. Back into Shavasana. Allow your feet to flop out naturally to the sides. Invite deep core rest into your system. Breath is soft and natural. Let go. Feel free to stay here if you have some extra time. Otherwise, we'll bring the knees into the chest and then roll to the right-hand side, stacking the knees. Use your right arm as a pillow. Into fetal position. Whole body rests here. And with helping hands, come up into a seated position on your mat. Close down your eyes. We'll take Yan Mudra again, pointer finger and thumb together. Bring the backs of your hands to the knees. Shoulders are soft. Just take a moment to thank your body for everything that it's done for you and everything that it's going to do for you, from the state it was in through the 9 months of pregnancy to wherever you're at in your postpartum journey. Thank you for joining me for Yoga After Birth. Hope you have a wonderful day. Namaste. Thanks for practicing with me today. Hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, if you could give it a like, comment below, or subscribe to my channel, that will help me to be able to create more content for you. Thanks so much. Namaste.